It's a breaking Anfield Wrap. It's a special Anfield Wrap because things have happened. Liverpool have broke news late on a Friday, but hey, the Anfield Wrap is still working. Of course we are. And Rob Gutmann loves to transfer first of all, but he also loves a long-term contract. And Rob, you've got one for one of the greatest players in the country.
Yeah, Trent till 2025. And I'm trying frantically to understand what this means for Trent and for the club in precise terms. But it looks, I think he's extended one which did expire in 2023, which he signed in 2019. I think it's extended by 2 years. But interestingly, in James Pearce's piece in the Athletic, he said Trent has now moved on to the same level as Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah and Sadio Mane. So that's really interesting that he's getting an elite level salary. What that means, I suspect, is he's now getting around 180 grand a week plus bonuses, I think. And I think that's probably going to come close to doubling the contract he got in 2019. So this is quite a big financial move by the club, because it's not just the 2 extra years. They've actually sort of torn up the 2 to go before then, if you like. I'm going to get my sums right. And said, yeah, you can have a load more money, Trent. I think it's also interesting that his is the first that's over the line. And the reason I think that's so is because he has the biggest resale value. He is the youngest of the contracts we've been talking about. Quite frankly, to be brutally crude about it, some of these lads who are just about to touch 30, Liverpool can be a lot more relaxed about whether they want to sign for longer or not. Like Trent, they cannot take any risks from. They know the supreme value in that young man's boots.
Yeah, there is supreme value in his boots, isn't there, Arno? And it's great that he's committed his next 4 years to Liverpool, and I'm sure he's thinking even beyond that as well, because he loves the club, but we love him as well. He's an elite talent. It's quite right he's on elite wages. You know, you can talk about footballers' wages being mad all we want, but if the going rate's out there, then you know he deserves it. And yeah, it's brilliant news, and I'm really looking forward to watching much more of him over the next few years.
I think as well, he's one of the players where you never hear any whispers or anything about him ever going anywhere. And to my mind, I thought he had a sort of gentleman's agreement that he was going to stay for the rest of his career, like some sort of Roy of the Rovers. That was my expectation, because for Trent, particularly having come through the academy and stuff like that, then this is what he's always wanted. And when you're doing what you've always wanted, then, you know, it might be when he's 32, he wants to go and play in Spain for a bit, but for certainly for the long until 2025, I can see how you'd be building a team around him.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's it, Rob, isn't it? You know, we don't know where his future is in terms of the position, but now we do know it's at Liverpool, and you can build a team around him at right back. He's that good at right back. He runs games from there, or you can build a team around him in midfield. They'll have ideas. They'll have spoken to him, you know, about it. But wherever he plays for Liverpool, you know, he can play up front and be brilliant there. You know, he's going to be an exceptional talent because he's got all the armoury in his locker.
Yeah, you feel, I don't want to tempt fate, but I'm going to. You feel this is an interesting point in his career, his Liverpool career just right now, even coming into this contract. And that's why it feels symbolically important as much as financially important to him and to the club. In that he's been through the phase of stratospheric rise from academy hopeful to delivering. You know, Jesus, we have probably got a long-term first teamer on our hands, to a period of, I would say, he had an uncomfortable 6 months, I would say, from the beginning of last season, where he actually was waylaid with COVID, we believe, to, despite what's said, he did lose some form for possibly a variety of reasons before recovering form strongly. I feel he's now at another jumping off point in his career, and I'm expecting him, I mean, as touching all the wood going, that he's not going to get injured, that he's going to have a really, really big season. Yeah, and I think he's going to have a really big next few years. The sky still remains the limit for him. I don't think we've seen the best of Trent Alexander yet.
I agree with that. I don't think we've seen the best of him yet either, which makes it sort of even more exciting that he is going to commit in these 4 years to the club.
I think as well, one of the things that you've got with Trent signing up and with him getting the same wages as the other big players, it's a sign to other players in the academy that if you are that good, if you stay, if you prove yourself, then you can be on this, become an elite player without having to go anywhere else.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. And what it says is that, we look after the talent here. And I think that's a really positive message, not just for the academy, but for everyone.
All right, the Reds, thanks for watching a little bit of a premium Anfield Wrap video there. If you want to watch the rest of that show and get access to much, much more, click join below. That activates our YouTube membership. It means you get a premium video every day of the week. You get our post-match content. You get reviews, previews and exclusive interviews all here from the heart of Liverpool. Follow us, follow them. Up the Reds.